Hey, so this is the long delayed look at the October releases, number one releases for DC Comics. Okay, so first up is the big blockbuster, literally and figuratively. This is Justice League versus Godzilla versus Kong. I think it's going to be either. I think it's 4 issues. It doesn't say on the solicits. I think it's 4 issues. Might be more, but it's 40 pages, $4.99. But there is a one that you can get, which is $15, and it's a when you open up, it's like one of those greeting cards. It roars at you. So if you're into that, then go for that. But yeah, I think I'll try it. It's going to be good. It's written by Brian Bacciolato, who did The Flash years ago and Batman, and Christian Duce, I think, is the artist. But the covers themselves look amazing. So that's the first number one, and one that I think I'll definitely be trying. Yeah, Brian Bacciolato writing it, and best-selling artist Christian Duce, who did Batman Fortnite, 0 Point. And then I think this was advertised last month, if I remember, but it looks like it's been delayed and resolicited for October. And this is Wesley Dodds Sandman, one of my favourite DC characters, so I'm pretty stoked they've brought him back. So Wesley Dodds Sandman, 6 issues, only $3.99. Another alternative cover here. And it's written by Robert Vendetti, who's pretty solid, and art is by one of my favourite artists, the Harlequin artist Riley Rossmo, who he'll be perfect for it. I think he'll give it a similar flavour to what Guy Davis did back in the 80s and 90s. So yeah, this is pretty solid. It says no one escapes the Sandman's dark dreams, not even Wesley Dodds himself. After years of testing and experimentation, Wesley perfected his sleeping gas as the optimal weapon to fight crime without causing undue harm. But when his journal detailing all his failed and far more deadly formulas is stolen, the Sandman must hunt down the thief and the people in the shadows, pulling the strings before the contents of the journal are released. So it looks like it's going to be quite a noirish comic, so I'm quite happy with that. And then we have Jay Garrick, The Flash, written by Jeremy Adams, art by Diego Olatorga, 6 issues again, and this spins out of the events of Stargirl Lost Children and Just Society of America, and Jay Garrick's reunited with his long lost daughter Judy. So I'll show you this cover from it, featuring both of them. So if you're into classic Jay Garrick, that's the one to check out. I might buy it, I don't know, I'll see. I'm one of those weird ones. I'm not that big a fan of Jeremy Adams on The Flash, so don't hate me. Yeah, anyway, but there we go. And then there's another one which I'm tempted with. These are all really good. Mark DC spoiling us again in October. There's Green Lantern. This is Alan Scott, the Green Lantern. I love this cover. That is such a strong cover. 6 issues again. This written by Tim Sheridan, art by Sian Tom. Sian Tom is a really cool and good Irish artist. $3.99, 6 issues again. Another great cover there. So that's one to look out for. This is Alan Scott's early days as Green Lantern are seen in a new light. So it'll be addressing the retrofitting what they did for his origin past 10 years or so, where they've changed his personal story quite a bit. And then spinning out of Wonder Woman, there's Amazon's Attack, which is this one. I don't know. Josie Campbell, she's a good writer. And art by Vasco Georgiev. I'm not familiar with him. $3.99. I think this is an ongoing, so I'm not sure because I don't know what the Wonder Woman comic's going to be like yet, and I don't want to get invested in 2 series. So, and if these link in together, I might just not get either one of them. So I'm just there. We go. I'm so professional. And if you can't hear me, I do apologise. This is just very last minute. I remembered I had to do it. There's quite a few alternate covers, but I just want to get through these. So yeah, spins out of the shocking events in Wonder Woman, and the Amazons are now Wonder Woman, and the Amazons are now fighting for a world that no longer wants them. And it's the team leaders, Queen Nubia, and it's got Wonder Girl, the new Wonder Girl, and a few other characters in it as well. So that's the next number one. I'm just scrolling through now to see if there's any other number ones on here, and then I'll look at the Bat family titles. But yeah, DC's so strong at the moment. They've really pulled out all the stops. This isn't a number one, but it is a landmark issue. It's Superman 7/850. So it's going to be a chunky book. And it's the Joshua Williamson. This is a really good cover. So it's just Joshua Williamson's current run of Superman. And Greg Capullo does a cover as well. I think, does he? No, there's going to be a Jim Lee one. And yeah, Greg Capullo one as well. There's another cover. I'm not sure about the face on that one, but it looks like that right-wing pundits. What's he called? Ben Shapiro. I don't want to see Superman with Ben Shapiro's face on. But yes, it's going to be a chunky one, like an anniversary issue. So if you're a fan of Superman, then check it out. I've stopped the Superman titles. Again, it's just too much to take on. I'll just show this Greg Capullo black and white one. This is really nice. So yeah, that's coming out. Special oversized issue celebrates Superman and his super legacy. So I'm just scrolling down again. There's a Supergirl special. Looks like it's just a one shot by Mariko Tamaki and art by Skylar Partridge. Mariko Tamaki, I quite like her. I know some people kind of got very bitter on her when she did that Starfire's daughter graphic. It wasn't aimed at you. Grow up. But anyway, so she's doing Supergirl, and that's the cover. So I don't know if it's just testing the waters with that and maybe doing a Supergirl comic later down the line. But it's $5.99, 48 pages, quite a few variants. So yeah, she's basically trying to find her identity yet again. Supergirl has been trying to find her identity in every series that she has. It'd be nice if they did something a bit different story-wise. Come on. But there you go. That's the one big trope with Supergirl is that she's always looking for her identity. She's always living in Clark's shadow. So I'm just scrolling through yet again. Any more number ones? None that I can see. So by the looks of it, there's just four number ones in the DC series of books. I'm going to look at the Batman family of books in a second. Yeah, because I mean, a lot of the comics now, these are ones I've just because everything's been interrupted by night terrors, so I don't think they're trying to push too much out, trying to get people settled back with the recent new titles, what were interrupted, and the ones that have just come out, like last month, there's Blue Beetle, and Fire and Ice, and Brain Fart, and who was the other one? Oh yeah, John Stewart. They all came out last month, so I think they're just playing a bit easy this month. They're not doing a Marvel thing where they're going to give you 50 new titles where you've got to collect them. Hey, let's put an extra $2 on each comic. Thankfully. But I think that there's one here. tying into the new Aquaman film, Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom special, written by Tim Seeley, Joey Esposito, and Evan Sachs, and art by Miguel Madonca and Ray Anthony Heights and Scott Eaton, with Ivan Reis doing the cover. So if you're a fan of the DC Cinematic Universe version of Aquaman, that's the one to get for you. $6.99, but it's a 64-page book, so it's quite chunky. And you can even get a variant cover with Jason Momoa if you're so inclined. I'm sure some people will be. And there's also Return of Superman 30th Anniversary Special. 80-page prestige one-shot, all cardstock covers, $9.99, 80 pages, so it's okay. I'm not too fussed about that. But there's a pretty cool cover here. So again, if Superman's your jam, it's going to be a good month for you. Expensive month, but a good month. Lots of variants. Yes, it's new stories. It's like what they did with the Death of Superman. So it's new stories by the original teams, focusing on that storyline. And I think yeah, by the looks of it, that is it. So, just going to have a look now at the Batman family of titles. That shows how much, how many Batman comics they have, because they have their own little section. Everything else is all lumped together. Batman, oh no, has its own page. Definitely a slight case of overkill. So Batman's just loading up now. Right, so I'm just going to scroll through. I don't know if there is anything newsworthy, new titles wise for Batman, because we're in the middle of that crossover with Catwoman in the main Batman title. And I stopped that because I don't want to get into that, because if I start buying that and get Catwoman and I like Catwoman, then that's two titles I don't want to. I've got to budget. It's very tempting though. I mean, there's some nice covers on there as well, and I'm not normally a cover kind of person, but yeah, it's all in the middle of this crossover by the looks of it. There's a number one here: Batman, Catwoman, Go from War, Scorched Earth by Chip Zdarsky and Tina Howard, 48-page, $5.99. Really nice Adam Hughes cover that. So I think that's like the conclusion of the crossover. Yeah, it's the final. So at least they've only made it last 2 months. They're not milking it. So yeah, if you want to follow that crossover, it only lasts for 2 months, so you're not spending too much extra. I think. Yeah, I think that's it, because Batman and Robin #1 came out last in September, so I'll do some good covers. I'll just show you this cover. I don't know about Batman and Robin. Joshua Williamson's really good, and Simon DeMeo, I think he can be good, but I don't know if he's suitable for Batman, because he's quite futuristic. He's got a lot of sharp angles to his work, so. But By the look, yeah, no, by the looks of it, that is everything. Yep. So not too many new number ones. I think there's about 5 in total, and a few of these are just like tying into crossovers that are already ongoing. Oh, there is one more number one. It's a Black Label book. This one I'm tempted with, but I might just wait for the collection, the hardback collection, because it'll be in a nice big format. But it'll just look really nice on my bookcase. But this is Batman City of Madness, and it's by Christian Ward, who did Bloodstained Teeth, and who's the artist on Aquaman Andromeda. It's 4 issues, $6.99, but it's in 3 issues, sorry, but it's in the big extra size Prestige Plus format, and you get 48 pages. And if the interior is anything like his cover, it's going to be amazing. So if you're a fan of Christian Ward, it's like, it sounds like it's a bit like the Cthulhu Lovecraftian universe, clashing with the Court of Owls and Batman, and there's even has a variant cover by Bill Sienkiewicz. Sienkiewicz. So if you're a fan of his, then by all means do get that one as well. But yeah, it looks really nice. Yeah, so it's more like Batman meets weird horror. So could be a good, well, be a good read. He is a good writer as well as artist. And I think, yeah, that's it. So yeah, not too many new number ones for DC, but a lot of good stuff. I mean, their ongoing stuff is amazing at the moment. DC's, I think it's their strongest year they've had in easily 10, 15 years, if not longer. So yeah, really exciting. Lots of new exciting titles. Yeah, there's not that many new number ones for October, but there's lots of new ones that started like in September as well. So yeah, so tighten your purse strings because looks like if you're like me, you might have to budget and just reassess what you're getting. I know I'll be doing because there's some titles that I just buy for the sake of buying them, and there's too much good stuff coming out. So that's it. I shall do an unboxing when I get my new comics, and yeah, chat to you soon. Bye.